I think we can do that. I just
we can do whatever the fuck we want.
We can do whatever the fuck we want. It's our podcast, right?
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
You know, I can, but I'm still going to turn up the volume.
Everybody turn up the volume.
That should be your theme in life.
We have choose vibrant. Find your fucking joy, because we can say that on here. Help you find your fucking joy. And today, how to make your freaking man happy.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, hi there. We're gonna make some people a little uncomfortable, maybe.
Yeah. Where? Do we care?
No, it's exciting. And it's not that we're like doing it spitefully. This is an interesting topic that Tony and I find appealing.
We do. Love and relationships are our thing. Tarot's our thing. Astrology's our thing. But love and relationships are our thing. But when we both pull tarot and we see a lover's card, then we're like, fuck yeah, we're going to talk about relationships.
Oh yeah, totally.
What do you want to talk about with relationships, baby? I did say how to make our man happy. We don't have to talk about that, but I'm sure someone right now is cringing at that statement, right?
Well, we can dive right into it, because I think, you know, in my opinion, there's a beautiful movement happening right now of awareness, if you want to call it that, and like self-realization, all that shit. I find that within that movement, there's a lot of gear towards women's empowerment, which is 100% amazing.
Yes,
it is. And you and I both agree. It's like we love that, right? The only problem that I have, and I'm pretty sure you probably have it too, is I have a very strong problem with, maybe not a problem, but I'm very passionate about it, is sometimes the men get left behind, you know, in one way or another. And I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan. I don't think you're supposed to take from one end and swing it all the way to the other. And I think that's what I see happening. And you know what? I don't actually care if anyone agrees with this. If you don't, then you'll feel all mad and controversial here. If not, then maybe you'll finally see someone that thinks a little different, right? That's right. I don't want to talk about politics or patriarchy or feminist marches, none of that. It's just that even that title, how to make your man happy, I feel like we could find a ton of articles that would say you don't have to make your man happy, how to make sure your man makes you happy, how da. And my way of thinking is that now we've become a world of pillow princesses.
Yeah, that's a really good term for it.
Men should tiptoe around and make sure that we're happy.
And I think, you know, even if people like, I'm Tony, I could speak for myself in this. I love men. Like, I always have. Anyone who knows me knows I always have. I always will. The thing is, like, even somebody who is more like, I'm not a pillow princess, I still get caught up in that, right? I'm sure you do too. It's like, it's very pervasive, even if you're unconscious of it.
Yeah, I think it's super pervasive, where we have become entitled.
Yes.
Where we think we are entitled to men serving us.
That's right. And this isn't meant to be a knocking of women wanting better for themselves. Not at all. That's, I think, what we really want to, what I think we want to drive here is that in relationship, there are two people, and I'm a Libra. That's our thing. Relationships and equal balance. So in a relationship, there needs to be two people equally. Yes. And I think that's what we're getting at here.
Do Tauruses like relationships?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We like romance, right? So if you were talking to anyone that would say, no, I need to be romanced, we're not saying not to that. Like, I'm not saying women serve your men and men sit back and become assholes. That's not right. It's just taking a twist. I'd almost say now, okay, now we're going to drop all of that feminism. We're going to drop all of that, what you expect, or apologize because we're just going on the topic. It's okay to make your man happy.
That's right.
There's not none of
It's
the
okay to make your man happy.
It's okay. So what do we mean when we say that?
Well, what I think that you've brought up some really interesting points on how you like to make your man happy and how ultimately it makes you happy.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean change who you are. It means be authentically who you are. We don't really like the word authentically. It just means be yourself fully for your partner and for yourself.
Unapologetically.
That's a perfect word for it.
And that is so true. And you know what I have found, so maybe this will help women, is it's even because I went 18 years without a relationship and jumped back on the dating scene last year, is going, oh, wait a minute, I like to do things for men that I'm not allowed to like.
Yeah, because that makes you what? Like subservient,
or let's go very mild, because maybe we aren't going to get into Tony topics tonight. Like, for instance, in my marriage that didn't last, I went back and examined it, not doing any blame or anything. I was probably a bit of a pillow princess in thinking I should get the back rubs and I should do. And I think that we could go into where that all comes from. But now I'm like, oh, I really enjoy serving. I love to give a back rub and just have them happy and make them feel really great, because I know they love it. Mm-hmm. Without expecting anything in return.
Oh yeah, without the expectation. That's right.
Without the expectation that I'll rub your back, you rub mine. Not saying, we're not even talking about that. This is just what I like to give, because I like to give it. I like to take care of.
Yes. And what I like to do is I like to really listen to a man and really get to know them and really hear what they're saying when you ask them things that make them happy, things that bring them joy, things that really fucking turn them on, things that really excite them about life. And then see if you can get enthusiastic about any of those. That's what I like to do. I like to, without losing myself. Like if somebody says I like to roll around in Laura spins, I'm not going to fucking be like, well, let's go roll in some Laura spins. It's like, well, good for you. But, that's an extreme example. But I think.
But you've talked about that because you like to listen to your man's what he loves. You like to hear his stories. You are willing to be an ear for that. And I often think we've been told, well, even make sure men listen to you, right? And make sure and it's like, yeah, whatever. But I am okay learning about what they love. And they like that a lot. Men like to talk. Come on.
It's true. I think realistically, it's because it is, again, two people and both should be providing something to the relationship. I think that from my experience with men, if I genuinely listen and get curious and interested in what a man, even my friends, my guy friends, if I really listen to what they're up to, and they're telling me they really want to know what I'm up to, and I tell them, there's no bullshit in there. It's just like sincere enthusiasm being met by sincere enthusiasm, if that makes sense. And if you're doing it fake for like a means to an end, right, then there's something missing there, in my personal opinion, with relationships.
Yeah, I think what we're trying to push the envelope here is like if your relationship's nothing but what we're talking and you're all into that, then this isn't the talk for you. But if you've kind of been that woman that goes, I'm a little old fashioned. I want to do things for my man. I want to know what he loves, what he desires. I actually want to listen to him without nagging. And I want to know why this bass guitar is your favorite, even though I don't fucking have a clue the difference between this bass guitar, that bass guitar. And even that, maybe after an hour of it, I might even be like, that's neat. But I genuinely want to hear what you love because I don't think there's been enough of listening. And I actually think there's a certain essence of men not even knowing what they do anymore. So it might feel two-sided, one-sided, right? Well, do they ask you as much? Maybe not as much as you'd think. Am I okay with that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Can you be okay with that? But I mean, that's a whole nother topic, but in a partnership of any kind, there needs to be communication, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a problem with what you're not receiving and you need something back from your partner, it's like you need to voice that too.
You do? We'll
Yes.
talk about that. We'll do everything. But what we're pushing this week,
What we're pushing
push
this
your
week,
little buttons, is it's okay to make your man happy.
yes. So here's the thing. If I'm not going to name names, but if somebody tells me that, oh, they might like when I wear some nice stockings, then you know what, motherfuckers, I'm gonna buy some nice stockings because why not, right?
Yes. Oh, that's a huge topic. Honestly, walk the mall and see how unfeminine the world has got. So we even went to a couple stores to look for stockings, and all there is support hose and flannel pajamas.
Support hose.
So women listening, men don't find that fucking sexy. Bull fucking shit if they're telling you that. Bullshit. Yes, honey, you look great in flannel. No, you don't. You like flannel. It feels good. That's not what turns them on. It's not, right? I don't, and we're not getting into the whole you shouldn't have. We're just saying it's okay to please your man.
Mm-hmm.
And if
And like back to our last topic, get to like open up communication, listen to them and figure out what they like, right?
or put on a fucking pair of sexy hose and a short little dress, and I bet you find out what they like.
Yeah, it's accurate.
Yeah, or then you might even open the conversation, right? And that's what I find if I'm dating someone that likes has very particular tastes, I actually want to know about those. But if you are like, maybe that's a foreign thing for people, right? So then show up in something sexy and then start opening that conversation. And don't be
Yeah.
offended. Like, what if they tell you, oh, you know what? Those were really cute, but I like fishnets. Don't be like, wah, 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 you didn't like what I wear, so now I'm never going to wear fishnets for you. Isn't that cool that they told you? And I think that's kind of where, okay, here's full disclosure. I will wear that kind of stuff to the mall. And you know who I get the looks up and down from? The women. I can see, oh, taking patriarchy back 500 years, are you? Yep, I am, if that's what you think, because I want to wear that for the man in my life and me. I like it. But isn't that, and then I'm like, I can just see them saying, look what she's wearing. And men being like, don't worry, honey, I like what you wear. Your yoga pants and big baggy sweatshirt are beautiful. Bullshit. Bullshit. Not saying that they aren't, but he would like to see that on you once in a while too, I think.
Yeah. Well, like that's a really good, interesting place to go is I would be hard pressed to find a man who didn't like a woman with her own version of confidence.
Yeah.
And I mean, I hate to speak for men on that, but I've interacted with a few here and there, and I think that confidence and adventure and experimentation like that is kind of appealing for the masculine gender.
Yeah.
So confidently, what can you do with yourself, right? How can you express your own individual expression confidently in a way that your man you know, it's not about like changing who you are to make your man happy. It's about how can you find your own confidence
Yes.
and dive into your relationship with that confidence, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and then you can tweak it if you can be that confident, because I don't wear only what he likes, because I kind of have my style, right? The red hair and maybe a little some rockabilly or the short, whatever. I feel I have a certain me. But if someone's gonna say, but you know, I really, really love a sexy body stocking. Well, all right, let's see how
Yeah.
that goes with my style. If it's
Adventure with it, right?
adventure, it's if you are willing to listen, I think you're gonna be surprised. Strangely, that men are still sexual.
Yes,
Right?
very.
They're still attracted to, and I'm not saying you have to lose 600 pounds and get, I'm not saying you have to change you with what you are. Like I've gone from super baggy to not super baggy, that, and I haven't lost a lot of weight, and that still changes your feminine, right?
Exactly. It's the way you carry yourself.
Mhm.
I've been I've always been a shapely woman, I guess you could say, and but thin, right?
Mhm.
And so I haven't, that's always kind of gotten me attention. But I've found my confidence in myself. I would say, well, since we went to school. So when was that? We graduated 2017. By the time I left school in 2017, like our college that we went to, I was a totally confident woman, and
In your
it was still growing, but I was
career.
confident in myself the way I was and expressing that. And the response was astronomical.
The men hated it, did they? They all handed you baggy sweaters and
Yeah, cover up, woman.
we did not like it.
So I mean, like realistically, whatever you're gonna do with your man, if you love the person that you're with, I mean, roll with me here, girl, but like I think if you love the person that you're with, you naturally probably want to do something that makes them happy. And I feel like with time, women have a tendency to get a little naggy and a little like, I don't know what's the fucking word, like manipulative. I
Oh,
don't know.
tit for tat.
Yes, tit for tat, very like, and it's not I'm not knocking it as though it's like evil and bad, because I know why it happens. It's like you have expectations that aren't being met, so you get a little dried up, right? More or less. And you become this naggy person. And I think that what I'm getting at is, if you really still love your person, if you're in love, tap into that confidence that you want to make somebody happy. Tap into your confidence and see if you can find new ways to engage your man.
Yep.
Get to know them again, right?
No, I agree. Even if my mom was here with us, I know sports was the thing. She would have never done stuff with my dad. And right now she's like, if he asked me to go golfing again, I would go. I would
Because
take
he's gone, right?
on. She's like, if he'd asked me, I wouldn't have turned into a golfer for him, but I would have went and spent the day and figured out why he loved it so much. And then it
Yeah.
intention, right? It'd be like, ah, you know what? That's, and I think then conversation can open, right? It'd be like, ooh, yeah. Like, for instance, I play video games. I'm like the world's fucking worst gamer. Like, shit. Like, my son makes fun of me, but I'm willing to go race a few cars. And now I found out it's kind of fun. Do I want to do it 12 hours a day? Fuck no. Absolutely not. But if I'm willing to do that, then you're willing to come, and I'm not doing it tit for tat. It just naturally, organically goes, well, now what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Ah, right. And I'm listening, and I might not want 12 hours of why that's your favorite car on Gran Turismo, but I am quite curious to know. And then the next thing you know, you're noticing race cars while you're driving, because I don't know, it's just like, and then that's sexy to them.
Yes.
that's sexy that you actually put some interest into their care.
It is. Like, it so is. I don't know if anyone's told you, but I've been told that, you know, having somebody really listen to you and really want to share and open up and talk without that need for like tit for tat, you know,
or changing them,
or changing them.
Or you know what, only talking about music, or only talking about your favorite guitar, or only you're talking about your favorite rock group, or only talking about your favorite game is childish and you should stop, or silly, or let's talk.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you do have to put the fucking brakes on.
Right, obviously, but
there, like, I think what Tony and I are getting at is when you care about somebody, there's a natural desire to there can be a natural reigniting of the fire of wanting to get to know somebody better and maybe explore their passions, you know, on all levels.
mm-hmm. And if you're in a relationship, like you know how many women I've had tell me, oh, I love your red lipstick, but I could never wear it. Why don't you tell your man, you know what, I think I'd like to sass up a bit, and I'm a bit nervous about red lipstick, but I'm going to totally shock you one day and wear it. That to me is like it's like you have put your little bit of vulnerability in there, but they're going to be like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, because you're being honest, right?
And then you can wear it with a little more confidence. And then I don't know, I just think there's a way to, like, not everyone's going to be as comfortable like we are. But we didn't arrive here from Friday to Saturday. Be like, oh. We did not. If you went with the people that knew me, even my friend that just visited, she's like, oh, even your clothing choices have changed in the 8 months that I've seen you. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, are you changing for a man? So that was interesting. And I'm like, no, I am unveiling who I am. Right. And so, of course, I'm doing some things for my man. Yes, I know you like this, but I'm also being okay with being a woman.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the red lipstick and the makeup so I'm not saying you have to, but watch why you're not, because I'll get that a lot. Oh, I wish I could. Oh, I wish I could do. Oh, I wish well, try it. Go to a fucking thrift store and buy the coolest. Tell your man you're gonna shock him. It costs you $20 and see what happens.
I love it.
Right?
I like it.
I'd be hard pressed to say that many men are be like, oh God, I hate sexy.
Yeah. And you know, there's here's an interesting take. So I was always somebody who would be like, I was like, okay, well, what is it that you want? What do you want me to look like? You know, more or less. What do you want? What kind of person are you interested in? I will become that person. You know, when I stopped doing that, it's still there, not to that extent, but it's, you know,
no, I still have that too.
Yeah. It's like, well, what do you think that I should wear tonight? It's like, but if you find that your partner, you might find that your partner isn't really like into you naturally, like the way you are, then maybe that says volumes about stuff. You know, that's a whole nother topic, but because I don't want to leave people with the impression that we're like, change who you are to make your partner happy. I hope we're really driving that home, that that's not what we're putting out there. We just really want people to embrace confidently that you can feel excited about making your man happy without losing your sense of self in the process.
But push yourself a bit. Well, that would be changing who I am then, putting on lipstick and putting on pantyhose that I hate. Oh, then you're not doing anything for him. So what? We're not saying wear it every day.
No.
We're not saying do whatever it is he likes to do. I don't know, maybe you hate gardening and that's all he talks about. Well, then learn about a few things. Like what that's so appealing to men. And you know what? We know. I'm just going to put it out there. There are a few things that we are experts at.
That's one of them.
That is one of them. We know. We've had enough. I'm not speaking for 7 billion men or what 4 billion men, but we got some pretty good clues. We've done the research.
Exactly.
Without the grants maybe to know. And so that I'm not saying that, but if you can have the conversation and be comfortable, so maybe you don't start with what you and I would be willing to do. You just be like, what are some things you like? What's your favorite color, honey? What's your favorite? What do you think of red lipstick? Oh, it's so hot. Maybe he's never been able to tell you that because you don't wear it, because you get jealous because you'd be like, oh, well, then you must think Kimberly's hot and not me. Oh my God, just find out what he likes. Maybe he loves pink nail polish. Well, then you don't change. You're still you, but that Friday night for date night, suddenly you're like, hey, let's play Gran Turismo. And then you're doing this and he looks down and you've got pretty pink nails. Let me tell you, you're going to get some action.
Geez, are you speaking from personal experience?
I know.
I know that my boyfriend, here's one that's not even about looks. He likes being listened to sincerely, and he also appreciates the no bullshit listening. So if you genuinely listen to him and he says something like that actually holds a lot of value or wisdom or knowledge or like something quirky, and you like get it and you like hand it back to him later, it's
Right.
like he likes that
you were listening.
Yes, it proves that you were listening. Or, you know, even not from women or from me specifically, but from people in general, I know that he really truly appreciates a genuine compliment that is backed up with some kind of like distinct fact to make sure that it's not just like lip service, right? And so that's something that's beyond looks, right? That it's almost appreciated from anybody, right? Yeah. So that I know about him.
That is sexy. What if also, like, I know I find some men have felt like they don't get to do manly things anymore because women can do them all, which we are entitled to, whatever. But to sometimes step back, right, and be like, hey, could you do that for me? Or I know that's your love, so can you show me? Like, men have lost, I think, the ability to know what they can do for us without offending. And what if you can take that away and just have conversations around it? I'd be okay if you opened my door, or I'd be okay if you want to put here's an example, and I had to work through, well, I'm just going to put up the bookshelf all by myself. Why would you do that? I'm here to help. Well, no, it's something I really want to prove that I can do that. Why? Wouldn't it be easier if I helped you? Whereas I think the whole thing would have probably been sexier if I could have learned right away and went, oh, that's so cool. That's cool. You want to do it by yourself? Totally go do it by yourself. You know where I am if you don't. And then when they do, wow, that's awesome, right? There's a little bit of that's sexy, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Or I find, I even got asked, did you change your music taste? No. I still like this and this, but I allowed some of what you love to be infused into me. So what do you love to listen to? What is it? Play that for me. Are you okay if I play that during sexy time? Ooh, I'm getting risky. Yeah, I am. Let's see. And then I'll tell you, yeah, you know what? The screaming woman in the background, I didn't love that, but I am willing to. And then I find I'm not changing for you. I'm evolving into yeah, my music tastes are still here, but sprinkle. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? That heavy metal that I would have never listened to before is a super spiritual band. What? What were those lyrics? Before though, it would have been like, oh, I don't like that. No, we're not.
You're talking about Tool, aren't you?
I'm talking about Tool.
Hey, you know what? That is such an awesome point, because it's about being open. I would say more than like changing yourself for somebody. It's about being open to experience somebody that you love and care about, what they love and care about, you know?
Evolving with that. And then to be strong enough when other people notice and say, oh, you're changing for a man, it'd be like, no, I'm evolving into who I want to be as a woman. And part of me will change some of her likes because I've allowed them to come in, not go, yeah, who I am. I will not change for anyone. Well, that's pretty.
It's hot. Not.
Enjoy your cats.
You know what? There's another thing too. It's like, oh, you're changing for a man. It's like, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking answer that because that's ridiculous. I'm not even entertaining. I'm not even entertaining explaining myself to people sometimes.
And I think maybe that's what we're coming near the end, but we have 8 minutes. Don't ask us that.
Don't.
Honestly, once we're famous and walking or having interviews and they're like, did you change for a man? We will be next question.
Yeah. Because you obviously haven't listened
to a damn fucking thing we said. Are we evolving women that are willing to grow with who we're becoming? Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I think that can be our sum up even a little bit, is what we're saying here is get curious about the person you're in love with.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And be willing to be open and adventure. Be willing to open and to try with them. Yes. If that makes sense. I don't even like the word try. But be willing to be open to a new experience.
Yeah.
Rather than that tit for tat, that naggy energy where there's expectation involved, right?
Or what will my friends say? Or this isn't what's this? Oh my God, there's so many what ifs or what I shouldn't. Or but my first thing would be try something that's always been niggling here that you haven't dared tried, but you know you want to. You don't have to start with being tied up to the table when he gets home. You can start with
or throwing not one but 2 pairs of panties on the stage while he's playing.
I don't think, and we might not be speaking from experience. We might or getting tied to the table. But anyways, yeah, those little things, it's like, oh, well, I haven't worn pantyhose since 1985. I'm not putting those on. I don't, but what if you've been, maybe I'll put a little more makeup, or maybe I'll put the music on he likes that he doesn't think I like, but I've actually wanted to listen. Just, I don't know, think of something. Do it. Just, and then own it. I hated red lipstick on myself for years and years. I wouldn't even wear it because I think I heard it from my mother that red lipstick is this. Then I'd hear it from friends, well, that's trashy.
Mm-hmm.
Or only women who aren't confident in themselves has to wear that dark of red. It's like, oh, until you just listen to, I would like to try this.
Well, and you know what? That's a really good point, because how many of our beliefs and our opinions like that come from all the fucking people that we've experienced in our lives and the opinions that we've soaked up. How much of it is really the things we really want to be doing or not doing, right?
Exactly. So, and then get yourself a business partner bestie that doesn't care if you dress like a tramp.
As a matter of fact, encourages it.
Honestly, it does help though, but I would be willing to read the comments, maybe not respond to them because some people will be nasty. If maybe go to our Facebook or something to say, or our TikToks, which we happen to have, or our Wizio page if you want to talk to us. Hey, do you like how I did that?
I do. Slide it in.
Yeah, or just to comment on one little thing you might try. When that, like, just try, and then I want to hear what that did for them, right? Like, just try red lip. We're red lipstick babes, so we'll try red lipstick. Try a bright pink if that's too much, right? Try
having a genuine conversation where you're listening and experimenting in the conversation, right?
Yeah, like what if it's something, I know you've always wanted me to go with you to the blah and listen to this, and I've always said no, but I actually would like to go with you this week. What do you want? I nothing. That's all I want to do.
Yeah. It's there's nothing to lose. I know it might feel uncomfortable changing direction like that, especially if you're really hard-nosed or you've been really hard-nosed. It's hard to like let go of that control a little bit. But I'm telling you right now, there's so much flow and ease that comes from that.
Yeah.
That lack of resistance towards your partner. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I just want to be heard. And
yeah. and felt and like acknowledged, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, this was fun.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Red lipstick babes are saying wear red lipstick. That's all we talked about. Okay. How to please your man. We could have taken that in so many directions.
Well, this is part 1.
Part 1. Part 2 might have some ropes and tables.
Yeah.
Going to rock concerts, staying up till 7 in the morning. Like, we've got some sexy dancing on the dance floor at the bar. Like, there's some fun things we have done that we're not going to endorse, but with some, like, have you found, if I talked to Kimberly 10 years ago, is it the same Kimberly?
No.
If I'm talking about the how to please your man stuff, nah, I'm not even, you wouldn't even.
No. I will say this. I always knew that I wanted to embrace my confidence more. And I knew it was coming. So it's like I foreshadowed. Do you know what I mean? But you got to grow through it. You got to get comfortable and you got to experiment and you have to play around with the energy of attracting the right people into your situation, right? By expressing the right energy.
And then it's also, as we close this, okay to ask people like us, because even the man I am seeing would say, you need to teach women that it's okay to dress like women. And I'm like, you know what? There could be women that just really want to be like, well, I'm too nervous to even try, so I don't try. Like, well, we could help you with that.
Yeah, that's right. And not that everybody is going to, but if you want to, we can help you with that.
Yeah.
We can help you with your confidence. We can help you with your communication with men. We can help you with your dressing super sexy.
And if men are listening to this, how to please your man, and you're like, hell, fuck yeah. But you want to ask that question of, well, how do I get my partner to do that for me? There's some tips to that too, right? Instead of, fuck, you never dress sexy.
There's communication.
I bet you look so hot in my favorite color. Did you know my favorite color of lipstick is cherry pink or whatever? No, and you would just look amazing, and that's like a little bit of a shift. So men, there's some, it's okay for you to get what you want, but there's a way to ask for it too.
That's right. It's called the art of communication.
For another time.
That's my middle name, by the way.
But we do like to push the boundaries and title our stuff How to Please Your Man. That's
right.
It's
well, this is fun.
Crotchless panties. No, sorry. Okay. That was fun.
It was. Come check us out on TikTok, by the way.
Yeah, we get guests or ourselves, and we don't do that. So if anything, go to TikTok, and in our bio, it's got our link that anything you can do with us. You can buy us coffee, you can read a book that we've done, you can talk to us on Wizio. What else do we have on there?
You can.
Yes.
We have a vibrancy package that we're still putting out there if anyone's interested.
We're going to have a little bit of simpler ones coming up on some vibrancy, maybe little courses, little checklists. Maybe we'll do something around this kind of talk, right? Just a little help, little communication ones. So yeah, but right now just go in there and you can talk to us or watch us or engage.
That's right.
And I think with us on TikTok and Facebook. Yes,
Facebook. I think Tony and I are both passionate about relationships and love and romance and sex, sensuality. So I think we're going to be embracing more themes around that, just because I think I personally know a lot of people who might be into that kind of shit. So
I think so. That was fun, baby.
That was fun. Thank you.
Choose vibrant. What is our tagline?
Yes. We're helping you find your fucking joy. Are you sure you want to stop recording? Well, hello.